In this video, I'm going to do a review and walkthrough of LeadPal. Now, I'm going to show you inside the members area. I'll show you a quick demo of how it works. We'll then go over the sales funnel. And lastly, I'll give you my personal opinion as to why you should consider picking this up. So stick around. Now, before we jump into the demonstration, what is LeadPal? Well, in a nutshell, LeadPal is an easy to use cloud-based software that's going to help you collect more leads, boost the quality of the leads that you get, help you to increase the engagement with your leads, and ultimately help you make more money. Now, what's really cool about LeadPal, and you're going to see this when we go into the demo, is that visitors to your offer are going to opt in by choosing from one of their social media platforms. Now, LeadPal integrates with Facebook, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, LinkedIn, Yahoo, and Twitter. So what will happen is they're going to log in using one of their social media platforms, and LeadPal is going to grab those email addresses associated with those accounts and add them to your list. Now, these emails are verified and are going to be mostly buyers' email addresses. So that's what's so powerful about LeadPal. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and I'll show you how it works. So here we are inside the members area of LeadPal. Now, all the campaigns that you create are going to be right here. And on the left side are the menu options. So we're going to go through some of these so you understand how LeadPal works. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is go through the training, okay? And when you go through the training, they've got a lot of videos on how to do everything here in LeadPal. So I suggest you go through this first so that you understand fully how to effectively use LeadPal. Now, after you've gone through those videos, the first thing you want to do is you are going to want to integrate your email autoresponder. Okay, so when you start collecting leads, you want those leads to end up in your email autoresponder account. So you head over to setup, and you click on integrations. And the first thing you're going to do is click on this orange button right here, new integrations. And when I click on type, you can see that they've got at least a dozen integrations here with some of the top autoresponders out there. Okay, if yours is not there, you can use a webhook, you can connect via Zapier, you can also use an HTML form from your autoresponder. Okay, in this case, I'm going to use MailChimp. All right, I'm going to give it a name. We'll just call it MailChimp. And we are going to add the API key for MailChimp in here. Okay, then we're going to test it to make sure that it's connected. Okay, so it says that we're connected, and now we are going to create this integration. Okay, so it was successfully integrated. Okay, so now that we've integrated our email autoresponder with LeadPal, let's go ahead and start a campaign. Okay, so you're gonna select campaigns, and you're gonna click on this new campaign button, and you're gonna give your campaign a name. We're gonna call it test. You can add in tags if you want. This just makes things easier for you to find. Okay, you can also add a description as well as a fallback link. And the fallback link is there just in case somebody cancels and decide not to opt in. This will redirect them to the page that you desire. So it could be anything from a blog post to any website that you want. Okay, so we're just going to put in google.com here. Okay, and then the social logins area, this is where you're able to choose which social buttons you want to make available when they log in or when they opt in. Okay, so it's either you can choose any of these, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Amazon, Windows, Yahoo, or even Apple. Okay, so you can just toggle these on or off, depends on whatever you want. You can even move these in order. Okay, now what's really cool about LeadPal is that they are able to detect which social platforms the visitors already logged into, and then therefore they're going to serve up those to the top. Okay, the ones that they're already logged in. So if they're already logged in using Google, as most people are, you can have it'll serve up Google at the top, even if Google was here at the bottom and they were logged out of everything. Okay, this just makes it very easy and convenient for people to sign in. And then what you can also do is you can customize your page with a logo if you want. And when you're done, all you do is you click on close. And then down here, you're going to want to definitely enable GDPR consent. Okay, always enable that. And then you want to sync it up with your integration here. Okay, so we've integrated with MailChimp. This is the only option that's here. So we're going to just add that integration. Okay, we're going to select the list that we want. We're going to add that. and then we will create the campaign. Okay, and that's how easy it is to set up a campaign on LeadPal. All right, so once you've created your campaign, this is where you get to create your LeadPal link. So you're just gonna click on this orange button right here. And in the process of creating your link, you're gonna choose your target URL. Now the target URL is where you are going to send the visitor once they've opted in. Now this could be a thank you page, it could be a blog post, it could be your e-course, whatever you want them to, wherever you want them to go to. So in this case, just for an example, let's just put in Google, okay? And then you're gonna select your campaign. So we only made one campaign, so we'll just select that campaign. They also have a refer a friend feature. And what this feature does is it allows you to collect more leads by asking those people that have just subscribed to your campaign to share it with their friends. And by doing so, they're gonna unlock some of your incentives, okay? So this will help you to create more of a viral nature surrounding your campaign. You can also change the download button text if you want. So we can just say, let's say something like download my ebook, okay? And you can also upload that ebook directly to LeadPal. So what will happen is, as long as it's less than 2 megs, when they opt in, they will be able to download your ebook or whatever it is that you want them to download instantly, okay? And they won't be redirected to that target URL. So if you want them to go to a target URL, then obviously you're not going to upload any files to LeadPal, okay? You're gonna send them to a download page. You're gonna send them to your course, whatever it is that you want. You're gonna put that target URL right there, okay? Now you can also customize the meta information, the page heading, meta title, description. You can add an image if you want. Under channels and tracking, this is where you can choose the social login channels. We're just going to use the default channels that we've already selected. And also, we're going to click this box right here, enable GDPR consent for visitors. Always click on that box, okay? And then for your fallback link, this is where they are going to be redirected to if they decide not to opt in, okay? So in this case, we'll just use Yahoo, okay? And then in terms of integration, so earlier we had integrated MailChimp with LeadPal. So you're gonna click on this button right here. You're gonna choose your integration. We only have one, so we'll just click on MailChimp. We're gonna add the integration, and then we're gonna select the list that we want to add them to, or that's associated with it, okay? We're gonna click on Add. And then lastly, you're able to customize the page, the opt-in page, okay? So you can add a background image if you want. You can change the background color. You can change the text color. We're just gonna leave it as is. And when you're ready to create your link, you're gonna click on this button right here. And LeadPal instantly creates that link for you. You can see all the social channels that are gonna be available for them to log in using, okay? And we're gonna just click on this link because I wanna show you what that page looks like. So this is what the page looks like. And you can see all the options they have here to log in or to opt in. We're just gonna select one. Let's click on Twitter here. So when you click on that, this is where you're gonna be able to authorize LeadPal access to my account, okay? So I'm gonna click on sign in, and it's gonna redirect me to the page, the target URL, okay? So as you recall, I put Google as the target URL. So here we are at Google, okay? Now we're gonna go back to our all links dashboard here, and we're just gonna refresh the page, okay? And by doing so, what you're gonna see is that we have one click, one impression, and one lead, okay? So it's that fast, that easy to opt in using LeadPal, okay? So now let's go ahead and let's explore some of the other options over here, okay? You can also create a single button. You can embed a button on your existing site or any of your landing pages, okay, if you want to do it that way. So if you just want to put one button on here, you can, okay, you can customize it. All you need to do is copy the information and put it into your page, okay? Let's go back here and let's check out the QR code. Now what this does is you're going to be able to download a QR code. So that makes it even more easier to share, because you could put this in an email, you could share it on social media sites. You have people scanning that code and opting into your LeadPal account, okay? So that's how easy that was to set that up. So let's go ahead and explore some of the other areas within LeadPal. So let's take a quick look at the analytics page. And as you can see, you're going to get a really nice graphical representation of how your campaigns are doing. You can filter by date range. You can see how many total leads you have, links, pop-ups, as well as emails. Okay. Now let's head over to the reminders section here. Now with reminders, LeadPal is going to give you the ability to really engage with your visitors. And this is a really cool feature here. So all you need to do in order to create a reminder pop-up is to add the domain that you want to embed that reminder on. Okay, so if you have a blog that you want to add the reminder pop-up on, then you would enter the URL for your blog. But in this case, I'm just going to enter in good old Google. Okay, so google.com. We're going to add the site. Once that's done, and all you need to do is click on the pop-up button right here, and you're going to be presented with two styles. Okay, you can choose between simple or event. Okay, now the simple pop-up is going to allow your visitors to pick a date when they want you to remind them. Now it can be any date, this week or even next week. Okay, it's totally customizable. Now the event reminders, these are used for webinars or scarcity type events. So this reminder can be set for an hour, next day, or up to 2 days time. Okay, so basically you're just going to choose between one of these two. Let's just stick with the simple one here. Since we added in a blog, you're going to connect your campaign. If you set up a refer a friend campaign, which we have not, then you would connect that as well. You can choose the login text here. Okay, this is scheduled to be reminded by clicking on your choice app below. So this is where they're going to be able to choose any one of these down here. Okay, you can change the positioning too, which is really nice. You can make it, right front and center. You can make it almost the entire page. So you can move it all the way around. It's very customizable. I really like this. And we're just going to leave it right there so you can see it. We'll just make it like this big. Okay, you can choose the colors. So if you've got a specific theme that you want to use, color theme, you can choose those, or you can customize them if you want. Okay, if there's specific colors that you like, let's say you like this one, you want to change something, then you can change it. Okay, you can change the font, and you can also animate this. In fact, let's go back here. You can even animate this. All right, so let's do a Jack in the Box. Okay, you can see how it just pops up like that, right? So you can customize this, and it's really nice looking. Okay, and once you've chosen the style, now is when you're going to apply the various customization features here in terms of language. Okay, so you can choose any of these if you want. You can change the title. Okay, you can see right here, you're leaving already, pick a date for a friendly reminder, and this is where they can pick that date, specific date, okay, when they want to be reminded. And the description, you can choose to change the button text if you want. We're just going to leave it as is, and you can add the email subscription text, which is just optional. Okay, from there you can go to the display guideline tab, and this is when you can choose when this pop-up is going to appear. Okay, is it going to pop up immediately, or do you want to do it after a certain amount of scrolling or a certain amount of time? Okay, you can you can pop it up anytime. Let's say they visit multiple times, then maybe you want to do it after 2 or 3 times, or maybe on the first visit, which probably is the best choice right there. You can show it on all devices, or you can choose between desktop, mobile, and tablet. Okay, and you can also choose when not to show. Okay, so you can customize that as well, because hey, if this thing keeps on popping up all the time, I think people are going to just bounce altogether and never come back. But this gives you the opportunity to really control that. And then let's head over to the submit reminder. And you can see over here, this is what the email looks like. This is what they're going to receive. And again, you can customize this any way you want. So this is really going to help in terms of engagement, okay? Because lots of times people bounce and they never come back. It would be nice to have a reminder to say, hey, do you want us to remind you when to come back to register for this event or to purchase this product? So you would simply go ahead and you would change the style, right? You would go into maybe more an event, and you would customize it that way. And you can choose between 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 1 day, or 2 days, okay? It's totally up to you. I just like how they provide you with multiple options in order to really build up that engagement, okay? So that's basically how the reminder pop-ups work. All right, so let's touch upon this refer a friend feature. Now, what this feature does, as I mentioned earlier, is it allows you to collect more leads by asking those who have just opted into your campaign to share it with their friends in order to unlock your incentives. So this is a great way to help your campaign get some extra juice, okay? Because now you're going to be having those who just opted in help spread the message of your campaign. And who knows, it could lead to going viral, right? So in order to start one, all you need to do is click on this orange button right here. And then you're going to name your campaign. So I'm just going to call it referral. And then you're going to create. And then from here, you're able to offer up the rewards or set up the rewards for the invitee and the referrer. Okay, so invitee is the person that is being referred to sign up. Okay, so all you do is you click on that and you're going to call this, we'll just call it invitee. Okay, I'm going to save the changes. And then from here, you're able to customize the email that's going to be sent out to the invitee. So if you want to provide them with some kind of free download for doing it, a coupon or a discount code or something, you can do it that way, okay? And then when it comes to the referrer, okay, you can create an incentive for them as well. So we'll just type in referrer, okay? And then you can set a reward limit. So the referrer should be rewarded for up to however many referrals. So maybe you want to do unlimited, okay? Because you just want them to go crazy. Then you can go ahead and check that box and you can save the changes. And then from there, again, you're able to update this email, okay? You're able to customize it however way you want to when they send this out to the referrer, okay? And then once you're done with that, you can also customize a page, okay? This is what they are going to be able to use in order to copy and refer, okay? So you can see it's very customizable. You can customize the colors of the text, the title, the heading, the button colors, okay? You can change the titles here and also the sharing options already, okay? This is really, really cool. And then here are the notifications. You can have a welcome email. You can disable it. You can enable it. It's totally up to you. Again, this is just another way for you to help spread the message and get your link out there so that you can get more verified email leads into your LeadPal. All right, so let's go over the sales funnel. On the front end, you have two options, LeadPal Lite at $32 or LeadPal Premium at $37. Now you get more features, and for $5 more, it's worth it. Now OTO number one, the $67 Pro upgrade unlocks professional and advanced features and gives you the ability to do more with the LeadPal software. OTO number two is the Platinum upgrade, and this gives you unlimited everything. And you have two options. You can pay $27 per month or $97 per year. OTO number three is the Luxury upgrade, and it takes things even further. You can resend to unopened, include special offers. You have retargeting integration, weekly stats by email, QR codes for leads, and you can sync leads to more than one autoresponder at a time. And OTO number four, for $297, you get the white label rights. All right, let's go over my pros and cons. First, the pros. LeadPal is easy to set up and use. You can get one-click verified email leads so you can grow your email list fast. It integrates with the major autoresponders out there, and you can share your link and even create referral campaigns. It's GDPR compliant, which is very important these days, and it uses advanced technology to detect where someone is currently signed in, so it displays that social icon first. And now the cons. While this will help you get more verified email leads, it may cause some people to not opt in. But I guess in the end, that's a good thing because you really want more verified email leads to market to. All right, so let me give you my final thoughts on LeadPal because I truly believe that LeadPal deserves a place in your marketing toolkit. Now, LeadPal, to me, helps solve one of the biggest challenges facing online marketers, and that's lead generation. Now, when you get more leads, that gives you more opportunities to sell, and that equates to more money. But many of us face the challenge of generating leads because driving traffic to your landing page takes a lot of hard work. And some of those leads you end up getting, they use fake email addresses. It's happened to me, okay? And some of those visitors, some of them don't even bother to fill out your opt-in form because they probably suffer from a short attention span. That's just the way the world is today. And lastly, you want peace of mind that you are collecting your leads the right way. And LeadPal is CAN spam and GDPR compliant, so there's nothing to worry about there. So for all of those reasons, I highly recommend LeadPal. And if you want to pick up your copy of LeadPal, then click on the link below to secure your copy today. This is Ken Furukawa from kenfurukawa.com, and I'll see you in my next video.